Hello Virgo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot. This is your mid-month tarot check for April 2020 for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if that's you, you're in the right spot. I want to thank all of you who have been subscribing, watching, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. I really appreciate that. And if you are new to my channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, okay, which is about every week. So last week, I posted a video about the pandemic, and the cards do not lie, I'll tell you that. And it was quite interesting. I had a few people that had asked. They kept making comments asking if I'd do one, and so I finally did. And next week, I'm going to post a video seasonal tarot check for May, June, July, August. So I'll be doing those shortly and give you a look ahead at the next 4 months, okay? So, but for now, this is a mid-month tarot check for April 2020 for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So your current situation is the Star, and the influences around you are the World. Boy, already 3 major arcana in a row. The destiny here is Judgment, another major arcana. In the more distant past, you have the Hanged Man. The more recent, the Page of Swords, but coming towards you, you have the Three of Cups. And you're represented by the Four of Pentacles. The people around you are the Ace of Pentacles. Your hopes here are the Ten of Pentacles. The outcome is the Two of Wands, and the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. So, very interesting. You know, you have, let's talk about this a minute. Let's talk about the signs and energies energies represented here. You have Aquarius, you have water, you have earth, you have fire, and you do have air. So all elements are represented. I always love it when these two make an appearance together because first of all, they're like the two nude women of the tarot. And so we've got the Star and the World. I once had the Sun with these because I had the Sun as a clarifier and I just loved that. But, you know, they're about wish fulfillment. The World is about completing a cycle, but it's also about attainment and victory. She is the dancer of the tarot, and she has this wreath of victory that surrounds her. She is, you know, talk about living her best life. It's a life without limits. The Star is, again, Aquarius energy, but she is all about wish fulfillment. It's a time of renewal. It's a time of reinvigoration. So if you have been somebody who has, you know, if you have had a time where you felt very depleted, you are going to be coming out of that. You know, with the Star card too, there's an emotional energy to this as she pours that water out of the cup. So I do feel like for those of you who have been a bit down and out, that's going to be ending because you're pouring that water out of that cup, that whatever that emotional water was. Now with the World too, you know, it's a very centered state. I mentioned it's completing a cycle, but it's also about being open to the universe. So anything that you've been through is really a time where you are feeling completed. You're coming into a time where you're going to feel great, and you're just going to have a very calmness about you with the two of these cards together. Because too, I mentioned the World is the dancer of the tarot. The Star card is the goddess of truth. And so, you know, if there's been anything that you haven't been clear on, you're going to be getting the truth out of it. But I just feel like overall you've got a rebirth coming here, Virgo. You've got a real rebirth. And in the destiny place here, and when we talk about destiny, it's not fate. You know, it's not like you don't have free will here, but destiny is about being divinely guided. So this is Judgment Day. You know, it could be some kind of a decision you're making on, but it also is about a time to review. It's like I feel like there's like some forgiveness or something that needed to take place here. So for those of you, for some of you, I definitely think there could have been a relationship that ended, and you are going to be I think there could be new love coming in, but you're going to be kind of guarded about it. I also think for some of you, whoever you are with is hitting bad times, and they may be reaching out to you because that's not uncommon. And I'm hearing more and more about it during this pandemic where people are in isolation and all of a sudden it's, they're on the squirrel cage and their head is just running and running, and they decide this is the greatest time to contact every ex that they've ever had. So I do feel like for you, you are on the right track. You're moving past negative relationships. You have acceptance of past experiences, but I do think whoever you've left behind is struggling with that. But I do see new love coming in here for you, and I definitely think I think you're going to have some choices. I think this other person is going to try to come back, but I don't think you're going to have them, quite frankly. I think after you separated, you didn't have any contact, and you probably don't right now with that person, but this was a time of really changing your perspective. This also goes along with judgment because this card is all about not only looking at things differently, but it's also about healing. And I think that whatever damage was done in that relationship, you kind of became a wounded healer. I think that person gave you a very deep wound, and through that, we can either pass along our suffering and struggle, or we can choose to pass along our wisdom. And I think for some of you, I just keep getting that you're the wounded healer. And I don't know who that's for, but boy, do I feel it strongly. And I think that for those of you that identify with that, this other person, I think if they try to come back, it almost might be like you end up really blocking them out of your life. I just feel like the energy is not good there. I do think they're going to want to try it, but I don't think you're going to have anything to do with it. This Page of Swords here, it's a communication card. Again, I don't think you've had communication with this person. I do think they might be checking up on you, asking around a bit about you, just trying to see what you're up to. But again, I don't think much is going to come out of it, but I definitely feel like that's going on where they're just looking on things online to see about you, even checking like your LinkedIn page if you have one, or looking around, putting your name into Google, seeing what pops up, things like that, even looking on your friends or family's social media to see if you appear. It's things like that. And coming towards you, you have a very nice energy. It's very celebratory. Now, this card can be about a reunion, but I don't think it's with this person. I feel like it's more of a reunion, possibly with your friends and family, where you're going to be having some kind of contact, and maybe it's not going to be like some huge family reunion. It's nothing like that, but I do think that you're going to have something in the next couple of weeks where it feels like you're getting more connected with people again. I also think, though, for some of you, this new love that's coming in might be somebody who lives a little bit at a distance. Not terribly far. I don't think they're in like another country or something. But I do think they're not going to be like right in your immediate vicinity. It's not like they live 2 streets over or something. You're a little bit guarded. You're protective of your heart. You're protective of letting someone in because the wounds. And the thing is about that, I don't feel like you're using the wounds. Like sometimes people use them almost as a currency so that it seems like they're approachable or it's a way to relate to other people. I actually think there was pain there that you just don't, it's like you have this thorn, you don't want anyone to touch it. So, ask to have it removed. See yourself as being able to be vulnerable, being able to open up to people, being able to really let somebody in, because whoever this is, they are the real deal. They are, and they want to, when they come in, I mean, look at this. Look at the size and scale of this pentacle compared to the other pentacles on the cards. It's a big offer. Again, this is where I feel like it's a new love offer, and they've got it all. I'm telling you, they've got it all, and they want you. If you haven't met them yet, they are coming. And it'll be sooner than later. It's definitely, though, it's new. I think there's, for you, new luck coming in, new prosperity. And it's a long-lasting change. You know, it's allowing for growth. I think this person's going to be very patient too. You know, in terms of if you are a bit guarded, they're going to be understanding of that, and they've got a very loving energy. But it's definitely a brand new chapter for you. You know, in terms of money, you've got the wealth card here as your hopes. And so this is wealth for everyone, okay? And I actually think whoever this ex is, I think you wish them well too. You just don't want them around you. I don't think you have any bad intentions for them or revenge or anything like that. It's not like you're hoping to see something horrible happen to them. But you definitely want that. You want the full, you know, full deal, the full gamut here, where it's wealth and happiness for everyone. And it's also, again, this is a conclusion of a cycle. So I think for some of you where you've had some, you know, pretty difficult relationships, this is all about harmony and comfort for everybody. And but it's also too like a reminder to create goodwill. You know, we're not responsible for other people's happiness, but I also feel like you are right at the precipice of being able to fully let go of whatever has happened, and it's time to do that for yourself, Virgo. You won't be disappointed. Now, you have this clarifier of the 7 of Cups, and that's where I think the options, you've got the 2 here too. These are both about options and a choice here, and I definitely don't think you're going to go back with somebody who just was not good for you. In it, even if they briefly come in and you start to consider it, I would say wait around and see who else shows up, because you definitely have this stronger new love coming in, and you just don't want to be into a situation where you're kind of dabbling with somebody who's not worth your time, and then somebody new shows up and you have to quickly get rid of the other person. But, you know, I think as far as work and things, I do think there's going to be some little minefields to get around there. I think that it will be, there's prosperity there, but there's going to be some negotiation. There's going to be some reorganization going on there. And I don't feel like you're going to be laid off or be without employment or anything like that, but I definitely think there's going to be some changes on the horizon in the workplace too. But again, you've got choices here, and especially too, you know, with this 2 of Wands, you know, you've got different things. It's all different choices, but it's all about taking action. So, you know, your main thing will be to just make sure you're moving forward. So very nice reading, right? It's nice to have options and to know that there's new resources and new opportunities coming in. So this is an Abraham Hicks Money and the Law of Attraction card. Appreciation and love are identical vibrations. Appreciation and love are identical vibrations. Appreciation is the vibration of alignment with who you are. Appreciation is the absence of everything that feels bad and the presence of everything that feels good. When you focus upon what you want, when you tell the story of how you want your life to be, you will come closer and closer to the vicinity of appreciation. And when you reach it, it will pull you toward all things that you consider to be good in a very powerful way. So, very nice. So we resonate with appreciation, and the next thing you know, that Ace of Pentacles comes walking in. We do have a Whisper of Love Oracle card too. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. So again, with that 2 of Wands, taking some action and, you know, looking at this person that comes in and what kinds of things are they connected with, and just how to, I guess, be that, you know, if we want to be adored, we have to be adorable, right? So being that, you know, kind, loving human being, bring that beingness with you. So I love you so much. I'll be back in a week, Virgo, for our seasonal tarot check.